Spirit, guides, gods, goddesses, angels, demons, spirits above, below, and in between. What message do we need to hear on this night? Enable us to reach our highest potential for our highest good. So shall it be. Okay. It wants to come out. Okay. Last card in my hand wanted to come out. Ten of Swords. It didn't have to come out, like it didn't fly out, but I felt like it positioned itself. It wanted to come out. The Ten of Swords. Interesting. Someone's running away in this one. So it shows guilt here. The guilty party. Someone probably wants to stab you in the back. Wants to bring your downfall. But again, this did not fly out. But it is something I felt wanted to come out. So this is a distant energy that wants to come out. Somebody wants this to happen. Regardless. So we have some hidden things here, some behind the scenes things, and when we have some more direct things. The direct things that we have are the Five of Pentacles sideways and the Emperor, which was direct. Okay? They weren't really touching, but they were. Emperor is direct. Emperor is definitely a strong energy in the reading. You have strong leadership. I feel like this is probably your energy, but we shall see. This Five of Pentacles. Again, sideways. Is an energy of not feeling as if you belong, if you've been cast out, if you're not welcome to be with the others. Right? Again, this is sideways. This is an energy that has some play here. It is a direct energy. So you could be feeling this in some ways. This is probably the people who want to stab you in the back and leave you for dead. With all these swords here, you're reaching for the broom. Again, this did not come out for you in this reading, but it is an energy that wants to come out, wants to show itself, or needs to show itself, needs to come out to be a warning. 4 cards, hidden indirect energy. We have the Lovers. We have the Magician. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords in the reverse. And the Six of Swords also on a side. Yeah. There is definitely, I feel like this King of Swords here, right? This is indirect energy. This is hidden energy. This is the negative aspect of the King of Swords. So it's someone who has, they're definitely in a leadership role, I'm getting. They're very knowledgeable. They have sway over others with their knowledge or perceived knowledge. Here, this could be someone who sways with misinformation, with feeding into lies, but it looks as if it's legit. It looks as if it's coming from a place of authority. But this person is manipulative, has a way of manipulating with words, and other types of communications here. And then with the Six of Swords, this was on one side, while the Lovers and the Magician were on the other. These two were more direct. They were upright. They want to affect your lovers, or something about the lovers, as in your relationship with others. Doesn't have to be a romantic lover, can be, but there's some kind of you are happy in your relationship. You could have a happy relationship, but with relationship with others, they want to affect this relationship, right? They're doing magician, they're doing little tricks, but this is also you as well. I'm getting that you are very adept in how to use what you have available in order to get what you need, to get your needs met, and also to expand. But there is this theft here. There is this theft and this hidden behind the scenes wanting to get away with something. Gossip, stealing ideas, twisting your words, putting words in your mouth. I had an interesting dream quite some nights ago, and I was like, that's odd. No, it's symbolism, but it was about putting words in my mouth, putting words in your mouth while you're asleep. Maybe you're not conscious. You're not conscious of the words being put in your mouth. Okay? Being sly, being manipulative with communication. Okay? Like, there's a good way to manipulate information in a good way, and there's a bad way. Right? And I feel like there's this bad, sneaky, behind the scenes, nefarious use of communications and words and lies and misinformation, miscommunications, which it does affect your relationships to anyone who listens and buys into this leadership that this perceived person of leadership has. They perceive they have a lot of leader. They may be in a leadership role to get you to affect your relationships. Because I picked it up, it was upright, and then it fell. I feel like they want to affect your relationships to get you feel like you don't belong, because these people see you in a different light, even though you are. There could be some, like, I feel like you do have magician qualities, but I also do feel like there is some again, manipulation and some shenanigans in the background. Possibly could be using magic or other means of manipulation, okay? Emperor. The Emperor's solid. I feel like to affect your leadership role, to affect your stability, to get you feel like you don't belong, to affect your stability. Because, you know, there can only be one ruler, right? Supposedly, this other person, this negative King of Wands, or sorry, negative King of Swords, can be the only leader, and can only, it has the right word, the rules. These are the rules that you're not abiding by. These are the rules that I have put down, that I have made into, that these are the only ways in which you can think and act. But you do your own thing, and it's highly and it's stronger, and this person feels it, and you're not even flaunting it. Look, this person's in a, and I love books, okay? But this person's high in a castle, surrounded by books. Out in nature, you got your star charts here, surrounded by mountains and a faithful dog. And you have a cat in your lap, okay? The end, you're the good guy. But anyways, your leadership is more gentle. Your leadership is, but it is solid. You hold leadership. You hold it in a way that's not abusive, and you may not even be in a leadership role, but you still hold this energy that people find irritating or a challenge to their authority, because sometimes you do possibly say something how you feel, and it could probably be taken by other people and turned into something else. So watch what you say around others. Even if it's honest words, people may be baiting you. Nah. So that you end yourself. But they're the ones that did it. They're the ones running away, escaping. Yeah. It's pretty complex here. People. Gotta hate them. You know how I feel about people. Oh, one card just flew out. Oh my god. Okay. I take out the deck. I'm about to take it out. One card just fell upside down on the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor. What card do you think it is? Belonging. Belonging. In the negative, on top of the Five of Pentacles. And yeah, this Emperor is you. They want you to feel like you don't belong. Again, you probably don't. You're probably better for this environment. I'm not trying to be mean, like, oh, you're better, but you probably make better choices. You probably have a better mindset. This place probably turns you more negative than you are, unfortunately. But all in all, you actually are a very kind and upbeat person. Confidence. They want to affect your confidence. This came in reverse. With the moon in the upright. There's some kind of illusion here. There's some kind of like in between yeah, they want to affect your confidence, and they want to affect your abilities with your confidence and your intuition. But there's also some kind of like illusion, but kind of like a dreamy kind of veil cast that's not quite real, to get you to feel as if you don't belong, to have you in a wishing state where you're wishing and grasping. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've had this before. Don't these people have something better to do? Like, I'm just so tired of the fledgling. It fell on wishing and the magician. You could be, again, we get this a lot, new at something. But no, I feel like you have this fiery passion into everything that you pursue. And I feel like you pursue a lot of new things constantly. I feel like you are not afraid to start something new and to engage in a new journey and be new at something. In this age, your confidence. In this age, your ability. It gives you the tools. That's something ending, something beginning, end of a chapter, end of a... It may be time for this environment to come to an end. Easier said than done. You may be there for a little while longer, but just know that the things that you've set into motion, these new things that you're engaging in eventually will allow you to leave this environment, hopefully. I am getting that the time is long enough, man. Like, ugh. Fulfillment, to chase your fulfillment, to engage your fulfillment. Okay, so don't get too attached. Not that you are. Meditation, you have you have to engage in meditation. And this is calling me out too. I do meditate. Sometimes I do get I have a lot of things that I have to get done. And like, okay, 2 days off, it just doesn't really cut it, right? Think of all the stuff that I could get done and how productive and how far along I could be if I didn't have to go to a place 8 hours a day for 5 days. But okay, I need to get paid. So there is that. So but that's no excuse. Meditation is key. Do meditate, but I feel like this is calling us out that we should do it for longer. And not all of you are being called out, but some of us are. There is a real call to get in touch with this intuitive side. Denial falls again. You're going to feel like you're being denied something. You always feel like you're being denied something. Being not denied success. People will also want you to feel that way as well, making you feel like you don't belong. Get you in this concept. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. Who is it? What card did I pull after denial? And we're talking about shenanigans and jackassery. Deceit. Deceit rears her ugly head again. This bitch. We get her so often with this deck. Okay, deceit is in the house. But we already know that. We see this with the cards. Deceit is definitely in the house. This environment is toxic. And I understand why you're still there. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Forbidden. Okay, here we go. Forbidden. Is this you or them? A little bit of both. Again, you're perceived this way, but I feel like they're doing something forbidden. Well, they are doing something forbidden, obviously. Going after you, attacking you, being dishonest. But again, they like to paint you like the person who is doing all the bad. You're the bad, dark person. Ooh. You're a witch. You're evil. Also, do you know what they say and what they do, what they think? Oh, whoa. Okay, I'll take them because it's okay. I see a large relevance here, but that's only added to your strength. You are strong. They do try to destabilize this, but you are strong. You're standing strong. You will be strong. Strength fell on the the 10 of Swords. In my hand here, I got individuality. Yeah. Obviously, you're the individual here. Your individuality irritates people. They want to violate your boundaries. This happens again and again. I can't tell you how many times people just cannot respect a fucking boundary. Respect the boundary. Leave people alone. Don't be a jackass. I can tell you the things that people do just to get under my skin. Rude. If they were on the street and they did this to a person, not when they were at work, they'd get punched in the fucking face. I'm telling you, the kind of things that people do, overstepping, little violations, if they did it to a person on the street, the wrong person, they get punched in the fucking face. And they deserve it. Because it's rude, it's disrespectful, it's crossing lines. And just because someone's in a place of their employment doesn't mean that you get away with it. And you're not going to get away with it because Spirit sees it. And you're going to get dealt with. Because when that shit comes back to you hard as fuck, you're going to feel it and you're going to deserve it. it's about differences. It's about differences, because you're seen as different, but different in a bad way. Whatever philosophies or ideologies or beliefs or spirituality, whatever it is, you're the bad one. You're the bad one. Okay. It just came to me, and this card clarifies it here. Dark cat, white cat. In this card, it says, beware, darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always bring good. Okay? What color is the cat in this image with the negative king of swords? White. And he's over here, licking his paws. Over here, what color is this cat? Black, in the lap of the emperor. You're the black cat, they're the white cat. But they're good and you're bad, but that's not really the case. It's actually opposite. These poor cats, they're both innocent. But like in the case of this reading, oh, cats are so great. But anyways, in the case of this reading, that's what's popping out to me, and that popped out to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, this light is not always good, darkness is not always bad. Okay, you got the black cat energy, and they're like coming over with this white cat. I'm so good and pristine and but they're actually planning some shenanigans, right? But you're the one that's seen as bad. You're the one that's painted as the villain when they're the villain. Also getting with this boundary violation where they try to overthrow your boundary to get you to react so that you look bad. So that you say something and, oh, she's so mean. Oh, she's so crazy. Or they're so crazy. Whoever. Him, her, they, whatever. Oh, they're so crazy. They think this and they said that. I've had people put words in my mouth. I've had people say things I never said. And especially when new people come on scene, the kind of things that are said in jest or just dumb things to make me look a certain way. But you know what? Spirit's keeping track. Spirit keeps track. And you know what? Spirit is not going to play with these people. Spirit is not going to play with these people. It's going to be a second, because I'm hoping I have a deck that I want to use over here. I really need like the ultimate deck system here. It gets hard because it's like got a lot of text. One second. I'm hoping I can find this. If not, we'll make do. One second. Oh my. Never ends. I really am going to have to I'll work this out a bit. What is this? Ah, there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because... okay. Alright, I'm going to use this one first and then we'll go into that deck. I feel like this deck, it needs to come out because but I'll use that after this one. So what lies behind this deceit? Whoa! Already knowing the tea. You already know about this deceit and what lies behind it. And they also too like to be the ones who seems to know about the tea. Police. Police could be involved. The law is involved. Whatever they're doing, they're breaking the law. It's forbidden. They're breaking the law. Oh, I'm so shocked. A lot of places break the law. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. They enjoy gossip. You're gonna be seeing some shit go down. Someone may be getting arrested. A situation is about to explode. Shit's about to pop off in flames. Okay, so something is going to happen around this situation. Caught up. Finding evidence, getting caught, cheating. They're going to get caught doing something. Could be cheating. There's a lot of sexual impropriety probably in this place, this environment, I'm sure. Usually happens. Betrayal. Ooh, betrayal. What are we talking about here? We already know we got betrayal. We got deceit. We got the 5 of Swords. We got the 10 of Swords wanting to happen. They want the 10 of Swords to happen. You got them trying to make you feel like you don't belong. Toxic. Yeah, it's a toxic environment. The whole thing is just toxic. Unfortunately, you have to deal with it. It's toxic and it's illegal. Whatever they're doing. But this betrayal is because you're not in on it. You stand out. You're doing things differently. Putting on a show. They could be putting on a show. Something fake about what they do. They make bad choices. We're not. Really? Yeah. Bad choices that could get them arrested. Getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. This is how they manipulate other people. They get them hooked. Okay. This reminds me of a dream I had the other night. I'm not going to get into it too much, so it's heavy symbolism, but the message was clear. There is an element, obviously, you know, we already know about this, in society that's trying to get people hooked, right, with substances and with sexual misconduct, but in a way that they are slaves to it. And there's very violent means used. The most kind means used is manipulation. There's a lot of violence. Okay. There's trash and tired of the drama. Okay. Oops. Running away. Yeah, and eventually you do need to leave. Bank failure. This could be a place of employment going under. This could be that they're bankrupt, obviously. Something is being cut. Funds for something, this illegal activity is getting cut. There also could be, obviously, fraud. There could be funneling and money laundering here. Run away. Eventually, I know it's easier said than done if it's a place of employment, if it's a family or something. There may be fake apologies. Be wary of any apologies that are being made. One more card. Keeping a promise. There is love here. I feel like you're keeping your promise to yourself. Okay, don't get caught up in anything. Don't be involved in anything. Oh, that fell out. They will play victim once they know they're losing. Ooh, with this fake apology, and they will play victim once they know they are losing. Yeah, and that's the type of people that, like, poke the bear and you react or you defend yourself. And you're the mean villain. You're so mean. You're so evil. Possess an amulet and have it blessed with protection. So get an amulet that's protective. Again, this is not a picture of an amulet. It's a picture of someone with a camera. So yeah, they're taking pictures. Unwanted pictures. These people need to be smacked all the way down to fucking nothing. Claiming credit over your successes. So if you're doing something at work, it could be stealing your ideas. But also too, if you have a success, you didn't really do it, they did it, or you did something and they claim that they did it, or they, you know, they rewrite things in order to make them come out on top. King of Swords, right? The work emails, maybe they're negative against you and positive towards them. Always defend yourself, always keep track of what is what, okay? I always do that, okay? Because you're never sure what's being said behind your back. Spying on you is part of their daily routine. Again, with this camera, taking pictures, your closest friends hold grudges against you. So yeah, these could be some of your friends or work friends, which don't really exist, if you think about it. I mean, you'd be lucky if that does happen, but a lot of the times that's fake and phony and usually just meant to backstab you in the end, right? Black obsidian carries a calming, positive energy that can help you remember to look on the bright side of things. So, carrying obsidian is protective. Fiery elements. You can get sharp pieces too. Cutting. It's a glass. You can see through it as well. Scry through it. They're mad because you paid no mind to them. Yeah, you're not involved in their crimes. You're not involved in their activity. You're not involved in their deceit. You stand strong and you're powerful, and this bothers them. Also too, if they're really forbidden, they need you to be, if they're doing something really forbidden, they need you to be involved. So, you know, so that you won't fink them out. You won't rat them out because you're involved. There's that element too. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. These people are losers. Okay? Well, we already know that. Again, another reason why this place is so toxic. And eventually, the chapter needs to end. Okay? Chapter needs to end. Scorned love. An old fling of your current ex-partner still feels... Okay, so, regardless of who it is. Some old fling or someone... Maybe you weren't even with this person, but they feel like they had a close connection. And you denied them. You paid them no mind. Ooh. You paid me no mind, but we're meant to be together. It could be like that kind of thing, you know? Bunch of weirdos. I'm really shocked drugs didn't come out, because I feel like it's in here as well. Spreading rumors about you. Again, with the Five of Swords. What was it? Five of Swords? Six of Swords, sorry. Six of Swords. And the King of Swords. They're running away with information, but they're using that information in a negative way. Right? To paint you in it, to be the bad person. You're the bad person, even though they're really bad. They're really 100% bad. Recharge your energy. Distance yourself. Take a break, vacation, pamper, indulge, do things that make you happy. You're going to have to spend time on yourself. Take a vacation, call out on a day, you know. If you have the days. you need a health day, just say you're sick. It's something. And maybe you are feeling sick. Don't put yourself through it going there and putting up with abuse. You deserve better. You do deserve better. If you're here, you deserve to be your own boss. Just saying. Return sender backfired on me. Yeah, you need to return it to sender. A lot of protective magic here. You have to, it's telling you to spend time on yourself, distance yourself, recharge yourself, and do protective magic with return to sender, with obsidian, with talismans. Doing that is really going to help you. Working with powerful entities. Working with some entities that have a little bite to them. That'll help you too. Take a spiritual bath. Yeah, spiritual bathing, cord cutting, just cleansing away that. Yeah, you're going to have to do it a lot, especially if it's somewhere that you have to be stuck in for a long time. It's a work, or hopefully you don't live in this situation. If you do, you really need to get out. If you work there, do cleansing like every day. Or do cleansing every day, obviously, with, especially, yeah, if you live there. But you'll know your deal, what's going on with you. Jupiter retrograde, problems with making important life changes for future benefits, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. Yeah, they want to affect that. They want to affect you expanding out. Because I did see here that there's a possible, and I didn't say it because I'm like, it's not a huge part of the reading, but with this Lovers and the Magician here, I did see possibly as well a wedding or an expansion of this energy. So expanding partnerships in a good way. Also, you're the Emperor. You're solid. You'll be expanding out. They don't want you to have fulfillment. They don't want you to expand out because they feel threatened by you. They feel threatened that you're not involved in what they're doing, that you don't feel like them, that you don't see how they want you to see things. They'll claim, I did it first, knowing damn well they were inspired by you. So a lot of idea theft here. Again, with the Six of Swords, idea theft. They're taking credit for something that you're doing. Ugh, people. Toxic. Again, another toxic card. We had a prior toxic card. This is the second toxic card. As if we needed any clarification that this is a toxic environment you obviously are in. Be careful not to overindulge in alcoholic beverages and drug use. Yes, what did I say? I would be shocked, like, there's no drug use coming out, and usually there is. But that toxic card, yeah, definitely would. That's actually for the environment that does work for substances, and they're definitely taking substances. Guarantee, like, there's some substances, something's going on. There's something going on. Oh, that's way too many cards. Okay, you're beyond this, though. But this keeps coming out because it just keeps happening. Their social media posts, memes are directed towards you. So if you're online, they're posting shit to get to you. Okay. We've had this shit happen our whole fucking lives. Like, oh wow, you posted another fucking rude ass, bitch ass thing on the internet. Wow. Ooh. You know, I mean, really? Again? Oh wow, it's just like an everyday occurrence at this point. You know, it's just like you're so used to people being rude ass bitches that you're like, you just expect it and you're like, okay, whatever. It doesn't have the effect that they think it has. They really want to wear you down, but it doesn't have the effect that they wish it had because you were born into this shit. You were raised to, like, come on. Someone is doing black magic and juju work on you. What did I say about in the background as well that I did get a vibe of someone trying to do something to affect relationships or to affect you, obviously. Send in some bad shit, some manipulation, gossip, but there might actually be someone who's actually doing some, lighting some candles and saying some words and doing all sorts of stuff. Altering your values and morals on making life decisions. Yeah, they really do want to alter who you are. They want to alter your choices to get you pulled into this negative way of being, into this like, no, they see you doing forbidden, what they think what you do is bad anyway, but what they're doing is really bad. They want to get you pulled in. They want you to go all the way in bad decisionville. They want to get you hooked on a million different things because then you're not going to be in charge of your life. You're not going to be in charge if you're depending on a substance or sex or whatever it is. You're not going to be in charge of your life. They don't want you to be in charge of your life. They would like to be in charge of your life because they're crazy weirdos. But they just don't want to see you in charge, at the very least. Hate tweets towards you, pretty bird. Tweet. Yeah, so basically, again, with stupid bitch-ass comments online or in person, if you don't have a significant online presence, this could be little comments flung at you. I know about this. Like, during the day, little comments. So this is how they do it. It's just like, oh God. Dark entities are using these people to work against you. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So if you look close enough, sometimes you'll see people do weird things. And again, people do weird things on their own. But because of this opening up with the drugs and the negativity, just this really bad influence. And I'm not saying like you smoke some herb and you know the devil's taking over your body. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the kind of things that they're doing, and the kind of like things that they really engage in and opening up to, and their hatred towards you really allows their demons, like triggering these demons to really use them as vessels, right? Some of these people may also be empty vessels. And so when you see these weird things happening in mass, and sometimes it looks like, occasionally it looks like the person doesn't really know what they're doing. It could be this entity, or entities, you know, that is really pulling the strings. Again, with this puppeteering and manipulation that we've seen in prior cards. Okay, I get a lot of cards today. I'm just like, what else do we know? Personality disorder. They don't know how to be themselves, so a lot of them have personality disorders. This is a very large environment. They talk about you behind your back. We know that with the misuse of communications. Unintentional. They don't realize they are sending you evil eye words or actions. Some of it's intentional, some of it's not intentional. Some of it is being triggered, and some of it is these entities working through people because of their attachments. So that is. But this is pretty much stuff we already know. Again, protective magic, talismans, obsidian, taking spiritual bath, cleansing, that sort of thing. Back to sender. It's going to help you. But you're just going to have to just do that and detach, do things that you enjoy doing. Basically, this is all things that I've done and am doing. I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but also just pull back your energy from them. You don't have to give them any time, any energy. You know, you don't have to give them any more than what you have to do in this situation, whatever is the reason why you're in this situation, right? Okay. Let's see what we got. Close this out. Again, we always have we always gotta have the negative hater read, right? Independence. Ooh, independence again. Double confirmation on independence, individuality. Yes, independence. They don't like your independence, but you are independent, and you stay independent. Again, with this Emperor, this strong independence, this strong power, and it's felt by others, and they don't like it, but that's tough. Don't care. Listen to self. Yeah, listen to yourself. What is the information that you're getting about any situation? Intuition is it's very important to listen to your intuition. Also, you're getting guidance. And it's also this guidance within about who you are. You know who you are. You know what your values are. People may try to sway them. You know who your values are. What your values are. You know who you are. And you know what you're willing to do. And what you want to do. And what your goals are. A lot of people don't have that. I'm really kind of sad. Balance. You're very balanced. Balance the light and the dark. Be balanced with who you are. Balance your emotions. You'll be fine. Place of liminality. Again, with this, the world is in your hands. Leadership. Because you're balanced. Open your mind. Comes out again. Expand your mind. Expand. Broaden your horizons. Really look to the imagination. You're going to be really creating some beautiful things. Wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom. You've gained a lot of wisdom throughout this toxic situation. Has really added to you. You've really been able to alchemize these energies and really balance you and give you more power in what? Purpose. Give you purpose. Listen to who you are. You know who you are. You know what your purpose is. You also need to rest. Okay? Rest and take time towards yourself so you can incubate and nurture what you are growing, okay? Very important. Goals. Yeah. Stick towards your goals. That's what's important right now. You know, obviously, as I say this in many readings. Wow, okay. Oh, it's okay. Ooh, come on, honey. Got my mouth cups here. It's okay. Hold on a second. It's okay. But anyways, she's telling me to end. But anyways, goals. Goals are what are important for you to focus on. Focus towards that light. Expand yourself. Grow. Keep on raising the bar. I'm also seeing expansion with this mind expanding card. Where's the mind expanding card? And every time you expand your mind and you reach towards a new goal, your goal gets set higher and higher and higher. Keep doing that. Each time. That's really also going to help you grow, and it's also going to help you, again, expand something they don't want you to do, which will backfire on them, which is great. But also, too, it's going to, your focus, it's your focus, and you keep focusing on your goals and not on the distraction of what these people and entities are doing. Conviction. Yeah. You have conviction in what you're doing. Ooh, this is a new one. Conviction. Yeah. You need that. Guidance and awakening. You're going to be guided. When you meditate, we had the meditation card. Guidance is going to open up for you. You're going to be able to really see and hear divine guidance, feel divine guidance, and your chakras, your inner power, your growth. You're going to really be able to tap in. Yeah, this is a new awakening. The higher you set your goals, and you stay convicted into actually just pursuing those goals, something's going to open up. Like you've had a spiritual awakening, but you're going to have another massive spiritual awakening. This is a new one. This is massive, and it's powerful. Okay, so stick with your spirituality, stick with your creativity, ignore the toxicity, focus on you, your goals, and what you want to bring into the world, because that's all that's really important right now.